guys, and welcome to another ASMR in a tent. And today is this wonderful person's birthday. Actually I think her birthday's tomorrow, but hopefully by the time this goes out it will be her birthday. So happy birthday to you. She's from Germany and they're having some beers, so I thought I would get my favourite beer, which is a Kronenberg 1664. As you can hear, it is pelting down with rain, but we're not going to let that bother us. I've got Pink Floyd, The Glass, so let's pour this out in true professional style. Not bad. Bit too much head on it, I think, but you know, that'll settle that. Oh, and there it is, guys. An nice cold beer. Now this might not be like any other chugging I normally do, because you know, when I normally chug it's usually soft drinks, but today I've got some beer which is fantastic. And I'm also going to be telling you some little creepy stories from my childhood. Okay, so I'm also going to bring my mic up, so I haven't got to be sort of kneeling quite so much, but oh guys, this to you. Also, it is this guy's birthday as well, so happy birthday to both of you. Cheers. Oh, that went down very nicely indeed. I love Kronenberg 1664. Anyway guys, it's nice of you to join me here in the tent. I hope you've got your cans on. If you got your cans on, guys, you are going to have a really good experience, because I want to try and make this one really special. Instead of just telling creepy stories, I wanted to tell you my own creepy stories from my childhood, little things that happened that were pretty creepy. Okay, the first story is called The Little Tapping Man. Now when I must have been about 6 years old, we lived in this lovely old Victorian house, and it was a beautiful little house. It had like lots of rooms in it. It had like a living room, but then it had another room. They were all small rooms, but you had a living room, middle room, a kitchen, and then like this back room downstairs, and this massive backyard with an outside toilet. We used to have to go outside to go to the toilet, and it had 3 bedrooms. It had one box room, a sort of small room, but it was still quite big, and then 2 really massive rooms, and one of the rooms had like a fireplace, and it was very like, you know, very old house, very old. Cheers. switch made a change because we used to have it on all the time, and then this particular night we heard this knocking on the wall. Now, this house, we was on the end of the street, so we had the house and then a garage or a garage on the side, and my dad used to work in there. He used to do car repairs and stuff like that, and spray cars and stuff, but we're sitting there one night and all that was next door was this garage or garage, and there's this knocking on the wall. And we've all looked at each other and said, "What's that?" And it's so my dad went out into the garage. While he's gone, we're all sitting there in the living room, and all we can hear is on the wall coming from the other side, which is the garage or the garage. So about 2 minutes later, my dad's come back and he said, "I've looked everywhere in the garage." He said, "And there's nothing there." While he's saying this, we can hear so we all, well, the kids, not my dad so much, but the kids, we was all getting a little bit scared because we said, well, what is this? Banging on the wall, So, eventually, it stopped, and then we put the TV on and we just watched the TV and everything was fine. But then, every now and again, we'd sit there and you could hear on the wall. So in the end, my dad made a joke about it and he said, "Oh, it's the little man tapping on the wall again." I don't know what he wants, because my dad went out again when it happened again, and he said there was no one in the garage. No one. There was no birds. There was nothing. There was no fireplace as such. We just had this gas fire there, and it was just every now and again we got this tapping, this on the wall, and it was really creepy at first, but we eventually sort of laughed it off, because my dad would go, "Oh, that man's tapping again, on the wall, the little man." Oh, guys, I hope you're joining me tonight for a nice beer. The next story is the music box. Now, this one was pretty creepy too, because I shared a bedroom with my parents, because when my older brother was living at home, he had a bedroom to himself, the box room. Then my two sisters shared a room, which left no room for me. So my parents, while my brother was living there, because their bedroom was so big, it was a huge bedroom. You could have a single bed in there, so there was the single bed. Then we had like a music box, and you opened it and it had a mirror, and it had these two people that were dancing that went round slowly, and it played this little tune, and my mum loved it, and she then, after she put it on the top of this wardrobe, and she didn't use it for like all those years. Anyway, it's like one day, one night, we've gone to bed. Now, she hadn't used this music box, she hadn't put it on in years. So we were all lying there one night in bed, and it must have been about 1 o'clock in the morning, because she used to have the music box open, showing the little dancing couple, but you know, it wasn't wound up, and it hadn't played the music for years. And it's 1 o'clock, roughly, in the morning, and all of a sudden, this music box starts playing by itself, and the little couple are dancing, and it's playing this musical tune. And I thought, oh my goodness, you know, and like, the next, it played for about, I'd say only about a minute or two, maybe a minute, and then it finally stopped, but that music box hadn't been wound up in years. And the next day, my mum and dad said to me, they said, "Did you hear the music box go off last night?" And I said, "Yeah." And my dad said, "That hadn't been wound up for years, you know, it's just been there open and that's it." But it went off, you know, really weird. Now, it went off after all this time, you know, I was like, and we never did know why, you know, it was like, it was fully unwound, you know, because like my dad took it down the next day, and he just gave it one little, like, wind, and then it started playing slow, and then just stopped, but, you know, for all that time, and then all of a sudden it went off. Wow, it was like really, really sort of creepy. I then, this was years later, around my house, where I'm in, well, no, I'm not in now, it's the last house I was living in, and I was doing a video, and what had happened the day before is that my wife at the time had left the tap on a little bit, and then I could hear water overflowing, so I quickly ran down the stairs, and she'd left the tap running with loads of washing in it, washing up, and something had blocked the overflow, so it was flowing over the top. So I quickly turned off the tap. It weren't on very much, it only left it on a little bit. But the next, it was a couple of days after, I think, I was then, you know, making a video, which I did make, and then when I stopped filming, I could hear what I thought had happened again. I could hear the water again, and I thought, oh, she's left the tap on again, so I went running down the stairs, and I got downstairs, but the sink was empty, there was no washing in it, but the tap was running full, there was no one else in the house, it was just me, and the tap was running full, and it was really like strange, you know, and I thought, well, there's no one's in, and like proper full belt, and it was a shame because I'd recorded the video, stopped recording, then I heard the tap go on. I went downstairs and started the recording, but you know, there's no sort of proof of it doing it now, so also my TV was like going like, you know, in the film Poltergeist. It was just cutting off my signal and going all funny. I do actually have a video of it up on YouTube, guys, go and check it out. And also there was one day which was the like most creepiest thing of all, which I still can't explain, was this. My wife at the time had a dry spray shampoo, and she just left it on this chest of drawers, and that was that. And about a foot away from the chest of drawers, maybe 2 feet, I had this little cabinet that had all my like games in it and my Blu-rays in it. And so I was doing this video at the time. It was for a rap video. I'd written this rap song called Unk of Burning Thug, and I did a competition of who could actually, you know, do it. Because I did this fast rap in the middle, like Rap God. And I was saying about it, and I said, oh, you know, you need to do this and you need to do that. And then as I'm saying now, this can, it was like a spray can, flew off of the chest of drawers and bashed into the cabinet. And I looked, I thought it might have been that cat or something, but there was no one on it. And I actually say on the like video, I say I have to get this place exorcised or something, you know. It's really, really weird. It like flew off onto there and bashed into that. You know, it's so strange. There's just things I can't really explain, you know. It's like, another thing was I had this. The bedroom was empty. It was my daughter's room who had left home, and we had a fan in there, like a fan, you know, because it was summer and hot. And I could hear this grinding one night. I woke up in the night and I could hear like. And I thought, what's that? So I got up and I walked in, and the fan was on and oscillating, and it was sort of touching this box because it didn't have the front cover on. That's why it was in there. It was like broken, it weren't working properly, had no like front cover on, and like the fan was going around and going like catching on the box with the blades, you know. It was like, what is going on in this house? It was really like strange, but interesting nevertheless. Yeah, so some really creepy sort of things going on. Yeah, and although, like, you know, I don't really believe in anything, you know, I sort of think, well, that was just, it was whatever it was, I don't know. I can't really say what they were, you know, what was going on, but, you know, I do find things like that really interesting, you know, because, and there was another thing as well. I was doing a video, if you check out the video, guys, I don't remember what I called it now, but it was, yeah, it's on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll put the link in the description. And yeah, there was all sorts of stuff going on. I was like talking about, so I just finished a video, and there was this like bang behind my curtain. It was like a big massive click behind the curtain. There was nothing behind it. It wasn't something that hit the glass window either. It was just this like big massive click behind, you know, like behind the curtain. Oh, I'll tell you what. That was a lovely, nice, cold, ice cold beer. pleasant dreams. I will be back with more. I've definitely got more Resident Evil on the way. As I said, guys, I've had some trouble with my capture card, and it keeps skipping sort of 5 or 6 seconds, which is annoying, but I think I've sorted it out now. So I'll definitely be doing that very soon, and also more eating videos, more drinking videos, and also